global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news.
Hello beautiful people, welcome back to our channel. Finally, Fubara have decided to address a lot of issues once and for all. Remember, some few hours ago, Angel Briggs, one of the elder statesmen in River State, did call out Fubara, said you need to talk to Riverians, you need to tell them what you signed, what conditions you are going to meet, because in all, it's not about your godfather and yourself and your politics, is about the Rivers people and Rivers resources, and he have decided to address it. Let's allow you hear what he told his Simplified movement, his loyalists, and the promises, huge promises he made, and the sacrifices that have been put before them, and what they need to do just about now. Remember, Yesomike is also listening to what he told his supporters. We'll be back with my colleague for more analysis on this.
We have fought. I think in my own assessment and in the assessment of anyone that is here, who genuinely, if you're genuine in this struggle, you will know that we have done what we need to do. At this point, if you want to be truthful to yourself, not lying to yourself, the only solution is peace. I didn't say that there is no price that is too big to pay for peace. I meant it, and I am still ready to follow it to the end. Nobody can take away the role my other played. That's the truth. Yeah, we might have our differences that led to this, but nobody here will say he doesn't know the role the man played. Nobody will say nobody can miss away the risks he took. Yes, at the point we had our differences. And if today there is need for us to settle, please, anyone who genuinely believe in me should understand that it is right thing to do. Look at the projects that we initiated. Big Road has been abandoned. Look at other things that we initiated. Without this crisis, by now I know where we have been. We know the progress we have recorded. We know areas that would have developed these things better than what it is today. So there is need for this peace. That is the truth. Like I said, it's silly, it's bitter, but we must accept the situation and move on with it. If I can abandon you, that is one thing I need to say here. And it must not be, everybody must not have position. No. This is a time for me to prove to you that I care for you. When you don't have anything, is this thing answering us? Those are the things we should be looking forward to. And I make my commitment here that whichever way it goes, I'm not going to abandon anybody.
Alright, welcome back. You've heard what Simolified Fubara said. He has said so finally that nobody can deny the role his Oga played. He's back to Oga. And they also didn't stop there. He also mentioned the fact that he will not abandon his followers, his people, that he should be rest assured, although not everybody is going to pick a position, but he will not abandon them. What's the possibility that he will not abandon them? He has thrown them in the bus twice in his political sojourn against Wiki. So how are we so sure that these promises will be kept by the time they start ruling out those steep conditions? It's easier to say, but do you think he will definitely protect the people of River State and his supporters as well?
Well, personally, I would say that anybody who has or who is intending to have a political future amongst Simolified Fubara that will continue to journey with him is a big fool.
Well,
I would say that. If you still want to, if you have a political future.
But he said genuinely, if you look at it,
Now, why didn't you think about that genuinely when you started the fight? Now, this is a man of wisdom.
He has done all he can. That if you check properly, he genuinely put all. Everybody saw all he did.
Okay, now let's play this. Put this like this. Let's clarify this. Even the holy books, Jesus said that any man who wants to build a house, the first thing he should do is to count the cost so that his friends will not laugh at him. Fubara is up to 50 years. Fubara no be pikin. How can you start up a journey? Why didn't you do the fight secretly with your boss? Argue with him, hit the table. Sir, this is not the right thing to do. I don't think that this is the right way to go. And all of that. You need to give me leverage as a personality, as a governor, because I have a future to protect. Do you know what he has done? Right now, I'm just wondering how he will walk when they call off the suspension, how Fubara will walk into federal executive council meetings and the other governors will look at him. Tell you the truth, Fubara will be looked upon as less than a governor.
That was how he was being looked at before.
I mean, what now? Imagine the likes of Odili, Anglo Briggs, John Bata. Mention the names. Secondus. Those men have learned the lesson. Omeya. Those guys, Secondus. Those guys have learned the lesson they have never learned in politics. I respect Amechi. When Amechi saw all these things, Amechi never for one day uttered a word about it. He said it was a fight between a father and a son. Now, you as a son, you're fighting your father. And why didn't it occur to you all the things that he had done when you were fighting him? You told the people you're not going to back in here, no matter what. You keep saying one thing, that the money of Rivers State belongs to Rivers people. Now, we know he has said a lot of things.
So now
we have to be clear about this. God based me weakness. I don't have anything against Brother Wike, Chief Wike. I don't have 1% thing against him. But I can explain who Wike is to anybody. I have followed him from beginning to the end. If Wike say there is peace, I tell you the truth, you pay the price that you won't forget in the rest of your life, especially a betrayer. If peace looks at a betrayer and say, I have peace with this person, and that person is occupying an office, you go pay.
But AsHe did mention this at the early hours of this whole race. He said, if you want to go against Wike, you will see ghost. He warned him.
Now, one of the things a lot of people normally come to castigate or say all of that. I'm cool with that. But, the reason why we stood against Wike in this whole journey was because of what Wike said when he was a governor. The things Wike said against Tinubu. The things Wike said against Adam Soshimole. And what was that thing? That godfatherism should not be permitted in Nigerian politics. Is that not what he said?
Yes.
He said it to a point that he called the governor of Ambode that he shouldn't allow godfatherism. And he promised that when he walks away, that's why some people don't think. They'll just blow their mouth. He said when he walks away from governance, that he will not look back. We saw Odili serve no interference. We saw Rotimi Amechi serve without interference. Wike served without interference. That was why people queue up and surrounded this guy and said, we shouldn't permit godfatherism in Rivers State politics. Nobody hates Wike. Some people will come and be running their, you don't know the price he has paid and all of that. Everybody has paid a price one way or the other before you come into power. That's the truth. So that was why all of us were like, oh, yeah, this is the right thing. Even Wiki said it. He said it, that godfatherism should not be permitted in politics. He said it. Nobody said it. It was his one people were using. Now, finally, you now say you're ready to fight it. You want to conquer what he said. Now, things have turned out this way. There are countless politicians who can handle this issue. At the end of the day, there won't be godfatherism in Rivers State. But you say you're ready for fight. Oga, are you ready? You say you are ready. Yes, you are suspended. Everything has happened, blah, 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 and all of that. When you started this whole thing, didn't you think about all of that thing that Wiki did for you? You drag people who were resting, sleeping.
Told them to come join you.
You told them to come join you. Okay, it has turned out this way. You've been suspended. I tell you the truth, that if Fubara stood, the people he will end more respect. Even if he has stood to the end of this thing, Fubara would have still gotten respect. But from today henceforth, if anybody will follow Fubara, I don't know what to call you politically. It should, the only people he will raise as politicians should be his family members. But you as an individual, follow him after this. Go back and beg Wiki, kneel down and genuflect before him. Sir, we are sorry. Leave him. Abba.
You'll be a grandchild.
You are not even a grandchild because he had already turned you to something else.
All right, let's go wrap it up. We could go on and on. So if you want to go far in politics in Rivers State, please don't be a grandson. Go straight to the father himself. Yes, Wiki is the leader, the Baba of Rivers politics, and he has proven it via Fubara's gentility, quote unquote.